Welcome back then. We are wheel horsing again on the lawnmower and we've got a bunch of things to do today. Lots of little bits, but we're just chipping away at the main project. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell us how awesome you think this project is. Back on this side then, getting the engine bits a bit closer. I've had to order a few little bits and bobs. The last thing we're waiting for is a starter relay, which goes on there. Harry's been messing with this wiring and figured it all out, which is good. So that's the last thing we need to connect up, I think, and an earth there, and then the actual HT leads, which are there. And then everything's wired up. We've got it all figured out. We're going to do a little switch panel on the dash with this little thing that I found on the shelf. So we'll have a nice little push button start for that, and then a couple of other switches for like the little lights and stuff. So that's a bonus. We'll chuck them on later. Next jobs then really now, while we wait for the last bits to come for this, is finish off the cooling. I've got that thermostat mounted, which means we've got a top hose and a bottom hose here. So we need to chuck a radiator in, which Harry's working on. There's also a little oil cooler to go on as well, which just picks up off a couple of ports on the engine, which will mount at the front with the radiator as well. We're getting there. Okay, next thing I want to look at as well is the bonnet. Don't know if I showed you, but I've got the front mounted on some hinges. So that tilts forward there like that, like it would have originally. So I've mounted that, but obviously it won't close because there's an engine in the way. So we need to cut the top of the bonnet out to accommodate that. And I want to cut out as little as possible so it keeps its shape and so it still looks like a wheel horse. So I've marked out in the white mark there, that's hashed out, what I think to be the minimum amount of metal that I need to take out just to clear, really just to clear the carbs, and then everything else should fit under it and it should come level, and then we can mount it. I'll probably mount it off the engine mount here and here to keep it latch closed, because obviously it doesn't go all the way back to where it used to live before. So that's the next task. Chappy chap chap. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Looks like a thing that's supposed to be really dangerous. Yeah, I just need to bend that front one out a bit more. Then we'll have the filters coming out of there. We did have another idea for that, but I won't say what it is because we don't know if it'll work. Right, so it's just that one there that's the problem. Safety third. Some dickheads cut all this dead sharp. So still tweaking a little bit. I've just got to pull these this way a touch because it's just fouling on that one carb, and I want it to come down just a bit more, just so it's level basically, and it's not quite there yet. So get the grinder out again. I think that'll do. Down on the head there, so it doesn't go any further there, past the carbs and clear on all sides. Yeah, it looks good. That was Harry's idea, I just stole it. Just need to mount this end now to keep it there.
Like the footwear for the tyre.
Get this side. Can't get back far enough to get the whole vehicle in. I'm in the shelving. Can you reach the pedal all right and everything?
My legs are a little bit short. If my bum's in the back,
yeah,
my foot's not quite had a little...
Need a little booster seat. What about the shifter? Too far away, short little arms. Does look cool.
So I have been working on the radiator, the cooling system for the mower. What we had originally was a horizontally mounted radiator that we've rotated, cut the original return pipe off and flipped the angle on that, and then cut the filler port off of another radiator that we had, and so that rather than having a header tank, we're just going to use the radiator as the header tank as such. Welded a piece of aluminium angle onto the bottom of it, and then that should mount in here. So just going to drill some holes and bolt it to the frame, and then that will sit like that in front of the engine. We've still got enough room in front for a fan. Loads. I just think that's, if there's enough clearance where the air top hose would go, then yeah. Yeah.
Harrison, we bolt that on there, like that, and then twist it around to meet the sides. That would work.
Too much enthusiasm.
Yeah, so let's do that. I'll cut that off. Cut that off, drill them out, bolt that on. Yeah. We'll wheel this over to the TIG welder and then we can put that together. Yep. Bish bash bosh. Will it reach? Yes. That focus. That way and then back it. Look at it, look at it. Look, awesome. Not gonna lie. It's just taken in. It literally is the size of the cannon. Just doing my bit. Took me, what, you got one there with the rubber and one without? Yeah, brilliant.
Can't get that one in.
Here's some hands.
What's the idea behind that that piece you're putting on?
So what we've done is taken the 2 bolts out of the valve cover, drilled 2 holes in this plate here to mount it to the engine, and then we're going to bend them in and weld them to the radiator just to add a bit of support to the top. I wanted like a nice neat 90-degree bend, but it's kind of just gone for whatever it felt like. All that, just
Yep, that'll do.
Yeah.
Yep. Chassis might slightly more. Racework. I'm going to do a skid, Harry. Go on. Go on. Very well. There you go.
So I've been working on building the dashboard and control sort of panel for the mower. So what I did was this was the original one, which obviously had no buttons and a single light. So I unbolted that from there, taking it off, and then just using a piece of flat stainless, cut this out so that it will fit in here. That's just like a production made control panel that we've just used for ease basically. It's got switches, it's got lights on it, the wiring's already in the back, and it was free. Cut the space out for that, I've bolted that in, put 2 LEDs up here that we're going to use for a neutral. So there is a neutral safety switch on this that we bypass, but we're going to use a light to show that it's in neutral. And then there will be another LED here that will show that we've got oil pressure, just to make sure that we've got it whilst the engine's running. The idea is that that'll bolt in there, and then it being at a better angle, so whilst you're sitting in the seat you can still see the LEDs and the controls rather than it being more vertical than the original position. Read this.
And then ask Google.
Yes.
I'm doing a bit of pipe work now, so Harry got that rad mounted in there. Did we show that? I can't remember.
Yes.
There's a rad mounted there. I'm just piping that up now using some old pipe that we've got and some old hose that we've got, because I don't want to spend any more money on this silly project.
What do you do now, Harry?
Contemplating my life choices. Just trying to work out somewhere sensible to mount all of this.
It's too hot. It's too hot for wrestling hose pipes. Done.
We need to put all of that under there.
Yep.
So do I drill a hole in here and run everything over the bottom, or should I drill a hole there and run it into the top and then it can go down? Because obviously that other dash bit's going to sit like that.
Oh yeah.
We'll put the battery in there, that fuse box somewhere.
Fuse box can poke.
And then the ignition relay.
Which way is going to be easier, through here?
I think so.
Yeah, just do it through there then.
Because most of it's over the top anyway, isn't it? Right.
That would be a big hole to feed all that shit through, though.
Well,
all those
phone
plugs.
plug it.
Do you know what I mean? They're quite big, like that one there, look.
Yeah, if I go through sideways like that.
Still got to be a good size hole, isn't it? I think that's all plugged up. I can chuck in some water now and see from where it leaks, because it will. Probably everywhere. Pipework's all in now, plumbed up. So top hose goes to top hose of rad, bottom to bottom, and then there's all these little bits and bobs here that go through to the heads and stuff. The only stuff we've got now are breathers, crankcase breathers, and fuel line. I've got to put in the fuel line. But I'm going to stick some water in here first, make sure that's all fine and that nowhere's leaking, which it will be, obviously. You can guarantee it. So we'll get some water in it, clean up all the mess, and then try and fix where it leaks from. Won't spill a drop. Apart from that bit. And that.
Oh, it's leaking from down here.
Oh yeah, that's pretty substantial. Told you it's going to leak, didn't I?
Oh, it's leaking from here.
It's like a Golf.
Look, this is why I cut the bonnet out. So I'm just gonna, we've got an engine oil cooler that's got to go on, there's got to be piped up, so I'm just welding on a bit of aluminum so that I can make a bracket and bolt it down to the chassis. So I'm just going to TIG weld this on here somewhere, and then we can drill some holes in it. I need more hands. Can you do me a favour please, Pumpkin? Can you hold this? I just need to hold that there like that. Don't touch the metal. Boys. That's fun to weld. All the oil and grime and 20 some odd years of crap that's in the aluminium. I am digging through a box of random fittings, old fittings and stuff that we've got for fittings for this fuel tank that we're going to use. So I think they were M22 or something, or M20. So I'm just looking to see what I've got. We'll need a filler that can go there, and then a fuel out to the engine. I don't think these have a return, so that's all we need. We only need a couple, and then probably a bung for the other side. That's all I can find. I don't got what I need.
works. Well done, Harry.
Cool.